Jesus Christ, what am I doing? Alright, so you obviously see this. Oh my god. What the frick? Oh crap, what'd I do? What is this? Alright. Here we go. Why did it say manipulating spine? Ugh! This is life. There. I'm getting money for this.
Now, they don't care, how much of the code that we have in SimCity 2000 came from the original SimCity. What they care about is they can take their masterpiece from SimCity Classic and move it into SimCity 2000.
It sounds like freaking he sounds like he's a robot.
That I think
he's
really
not
matters
even a
to
person.
the consumer. The kind of games we do, as I said, are very dependent on process. More so than structure. So, master CPUs, the fact coming into the market is that are killed, and the kind of worlds that we make.
Whoopsie. Don't ever get.
Tend to be socially based. They're about real systems. Things that real people interact with, like cities. In the future, I think our games are going to evolve to be even more social, beyond just the subject. I like building things. I built, and I spent a lot of time growing up building models, and I've always loved building models. I build things at kind of a meta level, because what I do now is I build things that allow other people to build things. The user, and here we're giving tools where they can build very elaborate models of things that exhibit behavior.
Gender.
No, Patrick, mayonnaise is not a
Gender.
Which are the kind of models I.
Okay.
And it exhibits behavior. I never built when I was a kid. I was using plastic and balsa wood. So the idea of building a model that's alive is really fascinating to me.
Right, and there's a wrong and you don't get it, do you?
We want to build a world inside the computer that's so lifelike that after a few minutes the user stops thinking of this and thinking of it as a little this is a computer game, microcosm. They're thinking about the forces impacting and them inside their computer.
Drop it.
People in their people in their city or whatnot, and not about the fact that they're playing a game and if they push this button, that happens. So really, we're trying to build and play our games that when the users they come to the game with a certain set of experiences, certain expectations. They have, for instance, a model of.
Please let this be a normal field trip with a friend. No way.
What we're in essence trying to do is challenge their model, and they compare it to the way cities work in their mind. When they play our game, or perhaps even refine it. So as they play our model of the way a city works, their internal mental model of the way a city works. That's in essence what we're really building. We're really building the compiler for the mental model. It becomes kind of a
Time to drink coffee.
This is basically called learning. This is the way learning occurs. Is you're
Everyone hands up right now. Who's doing this?
Show your titties, bitch!
comparing your internal model of the world against reality. In most people's situation, they don't have the opportunity to plan a city or some other model and refining it. So decades, and see it evolve over by compressing time and space.
Fantastic individual performance.
Opportunities. We allow them to have that opportunity. Church.
I don't even know if she knows.
Church. An idea, usually a subject that we start with. Then we will research for several months. Interaction with this. At some point, we start getting a sense of what the user's inner system is going to be. You know, why is it going to be fun? And then we start the process of building the model. We take a very layered approach to building these models because it's and we have to.
Do you want to build a wall? Let's make a plan today.
The simulations we do are generally social simulations. You start layering on as opposed to visual simulations or whatnot. Social simulations really are a lot more difficult to build than something like a flight simulator, which is much more straightforward. So we start with the core behaviors, we get those tuned, and then we model is more and more subtle behaviors. And the process of building probably one of the most critical skills we have in the marketplace. So the process of designing a game is very much like climbing up a tree. Every branch is a potential decision point, a different way the design can go. Based on our experience and guided by intuition, we're getting better and better at knowing which branches we should take, both on a technical level, what data structure do I use to enjoy. And it's really hard to go back and say, what would this person like? I know he doesn't like what I like, so I'm going to have to put myself in his mindset and design a game that he would like. A lot of people skills. Do that and they fail miserably. Really, the best game by people designing it for themselves. As I've seen, we're designing. This is really very much of an art, not a science at all. On some level, it's a science, engineering the software for particular behaviors. But the user interaction and why somebody finds these fun, which is very much an art. And that's where past experience is probably the most valuable thing to bring to the task. As people investigate chaos theory, what they're really looking at are the underlying principles through which a system behaves. Chaotic systems, as most people know, are very sensitive.
Doing a new form of comedy known as trolling and gaming entertainment. Jaden, hi, how are you doing? So we got you Modern Warfare 3 for the Xbox. Do you have an Xbox? No? Guess what? We got you an Xbox too.
And a controller, so you can play that game. Isn't that awesome?
Cool.
Give him back.
You ready to do this?
Mm-hmm. Look at it. Look at it. They're gonna be yours.
To all of our fans of the Bad Kids Show, happy Thanksgiving. Jaden, this is just a joke. It was just for video, okay?
So, I got you some ice cream, cool?
Right, I'll tell you what, you fat little cunt.
Systems that can swing in wildly different directions based on very minor differences at the outset. A lot of systems that we deal with on a common basis, you know, human social systems, cities, traffic, are basically chaotic. One accident on the freeway can cause a huge traffic jam and gridlock over.
Fuck. Fucking.
ドナルドは嬉しくなるとついやっちゃうんだ。みんなも一緒にやってみようよ。いくよ。ランランルー。
Why do people do this?
もちろんさ、ドナルドはおしゃべりが大好きなんだ。I'm loving it.
Fucking bullshit. Fucking.
What is up, Trouble Alert Nation? I'm your host, Killer Kim.
I just need to fucking talk.
Large area. So, people, but very rarely do they time in the real world all the time. Deal with chaos.
My dudes.
The real feeling of our models comes from.
Stupid bitch. Yeah. This stupid fucking nigger, Alex, is doing this shit.